Hi everyone, welcome to this new video. We're going to discuss today again chapter 17. This is the chapter of oligopoly. We're going to work on exercises from 6 to 9 of this book of Principles of Economics 7th edition, Gregory Monkey. So the sixth question says, you and a classmate are assigned a project on which you will receive one combined grade. So it means that it will depend on the work that you will going to make with your partner, right? It's not an individual grade, right? So you each want to receive a good grade. So it's what you want to make. So then, but you also want to avoid hard work. Okay, everybody is lazy, right? So in particular, here is the situation. So here is the matrix of payments that is provided by the book, and we need to fill in, right? So we're going to discuss a little bit about that afterwards. So then, first situation: if both of you work hard, you both get an A, which gives each of you 40 units of happiness. Then, if only one of you works hard, you both get a B, which gives each of you 30 units of happiness, right? And then if neither of you works hard, you both get a D, which gives each of you 10 units of happiness. So how we can start to fill? Just the last one, working hard costs 25 units of happiness. So then first fill in the payoffs in the following decision box. So then first, if I work hard, it means that I have a cost of 25 units. So it's going to be subtracting, right? But then remember, if you get A, because you work hard, you will get an A, which provide you 40 units of happiness. So then if you work, you will receive at that time 40 minus 25, but you will receive that because the other one will work as well, and then both will get A. So then at the end, this should be your payment, right? Then this should be the same situation, to the other one, which is going to be 40, the payment for A, and then minus the cost of 25. Then at the end, this guy will have 15, and the other one 15 as well. Then this one, you still work, right? Remember, those are the payments of you, because this is your decision. This is kind of your strategy, work or shirk. So then you have work, and they should be 30, because you will get at that time a B, okay, which is going to be only one of you works. This is the situation of this square, okay, the down left, or the left down square, right? So it should be 30 because you get B, and then 25 because this is the cost, because you already worked hard, okay? So then you receive 5 as compensation, as a payoff. The other situation is kind of different, because you will shirk. It means that you are not going to work hard. Okay, so then because you are not going to work hard, you will receive automatically 30, because this is the happiness when you get a B, and then you don't have any cost because the other one will make the work for you. Then it should be exactly the same, just like kind of slide down. This one is going to be like kind of different. Slide down. The other one is going to be on the other side, so they should be 30, okay, and then the other one should be 30 minus 25, 5 is exactly the same as we make this one, okay. Then the last one should be when everybody shirks. It should be the case that you will get 10 units because you get a D, and because you don't make any effort, you will have minus 0. So it should be 10 and 10. Okay, so this is the payoffs of that game. Okay, here we have your decision, and the other one your classmate's decision. Then what is the likely outcome? Explain your answer. Then we already have this one. This is our matrix of payments. Then we can start to make our analysis as the previous videos with the Nash equilibrium. So imagine we're going to start to analyze with the classmate decision. Imagine, so this is we are the classmate's decision mind, right? So okay, if your decision is going to be work, the other guy will say, okay, what I prefer that time work or shirk. Okay, I would rather shirk because I prefer 30 instead of 15. So this should be underlined. Then move to the other column. If the other one, so it means me, your decision is going to make shirk, what should I do? Should I work or should I shirk? Well, I get more shirking, so that should be better shirk. So then this should be the decision. Automatically you understand that the classmate's decision, so the classmate he or she has an dominant strategy. Dominant strategy means something that you every time you move so regardless the other movement. So in that case, it doesn't matter if your decision is gonna be work or shirk. Classmate will every time shirk. Then let's try to analyze the scenario of your decision. Imagine that the other one, so the classmate's decision is work. So then what I prefer? At that time I prefer work or shirk. I would say shirk, okay, should be better. And then if the other one shirk, what should be better? Work or shirk, 5 instead of 10? Well, I would say 10 instead of 5. So then automatically when we have two outputs or two outcomes underlined, this should be the Nash equilibrium. And furthermore, we can analyze that because this is a sustainable equilibrium. It's a place where no one wants to move. Imagine that we are here, so we already have 10. If we move, because we are in your decision, so it should be at that time at that time, I'm sorry, you're shirking, so at that time you will receive 5. So you don't have any incentive to move from shirk to work. The other guy who is going to shirk, again, this guy will prefer at that time stay there because otherwise if you start working, at that time should receive 5. So at that time, for this reason, this is the likely outcome. Okay, so I guess that you already got that idea. So then if you get this classmate as your partner on a series of projects throughout the year rather than only once, is what we call like kind of repetitive games. How might that change the outcome you predicted in part B? This is so nice because we already predicted that this should be the Nash equilibrium, but if you start to shirk from the very beginning, you will receive 10. But if you say, okay, if we work, we are going to receive more payments or more kind of happiness, better grades, so then likely this Nash equilibrium in repetitive games can be changed, so can change, I mean, because that time they will try to cooperate. Then when both try to cooperate, they will try to move to that payment when everybody works, because in a repetitive games they will receive this better outcome. Okay, so then the last one of these 6 points, another classmate cares more about good grades. She gets 50 units of happiness for a B. So then we already have this one. Okay, let's try to move this one. Okay, so you're going to start, you're going to have still 15, right? But the other one should be 80. Okay, so that time another classmate cares more about good grades. She gets 50 units of happiness for a B, 80 units of happiness for an A. If this classmate were your partner but your preferences were unchanged, how would your answers to part A and B change? Which of two classmates would you prefer as a partner? Would she also want you a partner? So then I guess that I did something wrong because I didn't put the effort. I guess that the other person, even she receives better output because she receives a grade A. I guess that time anyway she will have an effort. So I would say that this one should be minus 25. Okay, so then it should be 55, right? Should be better 55. Then the other one should be 25, your classmate, because at that time, okay, should be a B unit, right? So it should be 50 minus 25 should be 25, because that time should be work, but she will get a B, which is 50 units. Okay, then it should be 10 done because she doesn't make any effort, and she will receive 10. It doesn't say like anything regarding D, but we would say that both are the same with this grade. Then the other one should be 5 and 30 as the previous one, and the other one should be 50 because shirk, so she doesn't make any effort, and then anyway she will receive a B grade. So then let's start the comparison. So then if that time we will say at that time we're going to start to analyze. So then if the other person shirk, okay, the classmate, what should I choose? Work or shirk? Then should be better shirk, right? I will receive 10. Okay, then the idea here is like, then when the other one work, what should I do? Work or shirk? Should be better shirk because I received 30. Okay, so these remain exactly the same as the previous one. Let's analyze the other side. What about this one? If the other person shirk, so I mean your decision. So what the classmate decision is going to be? Actually, it's going to be between work and shirk. When the other one shirk, it means your decision. So it should be 25, should be work. So automatically we realized that it changed from this one because she really cares about grades, and actually she doesn't care too much if the other the other doesn't put any effort. She will prefer work because the output should be 25 higher than 10. Then this 180, which is actually 55, is going to be higher than 50. So then this should be the decision. Okay, so at that time you will realize that it's still a dominant strategy for classmate decision, but instead of shirking from the previous classmate, this person will work every time. So then the equilibrium should be work for the classmate decision and shirk for your decision. So then, which of the two classmates would you prefer as a partner? Obviously, I prefer the person who is more interested on the grades, because I will receive 30 instead of 10. It doesn't matter if I'm not going to make anything as the previous one, but I'll receive more because the other person put more effort, and we will get a B instead of a D in the Nash equilibrium. But would she also want you as a partner? Obviously not, because she will work and the other one will shirk. So definitely this person this person will not want you as a partner. Okay, that's the difference between both. Then this one, actually, yes, this one, let me see. Okay, I guess that is still the same, right? So actually, I will have incentives to shirk, and actually, even if the play is for more time, I prefer all the time just shirk because I start to play like all the time work. I will have like 15, so definitely should be better shirk all the time. Okay, just in case, yes, because all the time the other person will prefer to work. Okay, so for this is like the main reason. Then, a case study in the chapter describes a phone conversation between the presidents of American Airlines and British Airways. Let's analyze the game between the two companies. Suppose that each company can charge either a high price for tickets or a low price. If one company charges 300, it earns low profit. If the other company also charges 300 and high profit, if the other company charges 600. Okay, let's start to analyze here before continue reading, because it should be kind of a little bit more clear. So here we have the first question: draw a decision box for this game. The first, we need to identify the players. So we have two players, the presidents. We are going to label them as AA, American Airlines, and BA, Braniff Airways. Then the strategies: the presidents, they can move on high or low price. Then we have a matrix of payments 2 times 2. Then we have on the in the upside we have the AA's decision, and we have the other one, the BA's decision. So both, they have high price. They have high price, the other one, the other president, and then low price and low price. Then the first one, here we have. So if one company charges 300, it earns low profit if the other company also charges 300. Because it's low price and high price, we identify 300 as a low price. So we are here where both will have low profit. Okay, this is the situation. Both low profit because both launches the prices, the tickets to low price. Okay, then here we have 300, a high profit if the other company charges 600. So here we have high profit. Okay, that's the case, right? And then the other one should be high profit when I have a high price and low price. And then it earns very low profit if the other company charges 300, and medium profit if the company also charges 600. Okay, so then at that time should be this one, medium profit. Okay, if both charges high price. So then the other one should have low price and the other one high price. Then this one should have very low profit. Okay, the one who makes high price, and here the opposite. If BA's decision is a high price, he will get a very low profit, and low price. The low price for AA's decision will bring high profit. Okay, this is given because if the other one moves with a high price, then the other one will capture more market. So then it should be like high profit in the time when the other makes like a high price. Okay, and then medium profit if other company charges 600. Okay, so this is the box for this game. Okay, then what is the Nash equilibrium in this game? Explain. Okay, let's start to analyze. So then we're going to start here from BA's decision. If AA will move to high price, what should be better, medium or high profit? Obviously high profit. So for this reason, decision of BA should be high profit, so it means low price. Then when the other one moves low price, what should be better, very low profit or low profit? Should be better low profit. Let's move with the other one. If BA moves with HP, AS decision should be better high price or low price? They should be better medium or high profit? They should be better high profit. Then the other one, when the BA's decision is low price, what should be better, high price or low price? It means very low profit or low profit. Should be better low profit. So then this should be the Nash equilibrium, where no one, neither EAA, American Airlines, and the other airline BA wants to move, because they don't have any incentives to move. So this should be the Nash equilibrium. Nash equilibrium, low profit and low profit. Is there an outcome that would be better than the Nash equilibrium for both airlines? How could it be achieved? Who would lose if it were achieved? So here is the case. We already realized that it should be definitely better. They should be definitely better, medium profit, right? They will be better because they will have more profit. Who should be worse? Should be worse, the consumers. Why? Because they will pay a high price instead of a low price. It will reduce the quantity of consumers, and immediately it will affect the consumer surplus. Remember, anytime the price goes up, the transactions in the market will reduce, and then consumers will consume less, so they will be affected. So for this reason, this should be the problem for that situation. Then the 8th point: two athletes of equal ability are competing for a prize of 10,000. Each is deciding whether to take a dangerous performance enhancing drug. If one athlete takes the drug and the other one does not, the one who takes the drug wins the prize, so this person wins the 10,000. If both or neither take the drug, they tie and split the prize. Taking the drug imposes health risks that are equivalent to a loss of X dollars. So here's first, draw a 2 times 2 payoff matrix describing the decision the athletes face. Then we have two players, athlete 1 and athlete 2. The strategy: you can take or you cannot take the drug, and then should be again 2 times 2. Then we have athlete 1 here, and here we have athlete 2. Then they have two decisions, no drugs or drugs here. So then we start to fill this one. So here it doesn't appear still, but it's going to be drugs and no drugs. So here you will have, this is really important to understand that. I know that after seeing that is easy, but maybe at the very beginning is not immediate. So here we have the payment should be 5,000, okay, because in this one they will tie because they have equal ability, okay. So assuming that both they have exactly the same ability, when they take even drugs, they both will have the price split, okay. So it should be 5,000 each one. But in this case, it's important to clarify that you have a cost, right? Because you will consume drug and it's going to make something kind of an issue to your health. So for this reason, for this hazard, it should be minus X, which is the cost or the loss of dollars or the health risks measured in X dollars. Then we have the other case when the guy that get the drug naturally is going to be better than the guy that is not going to take the drugs. So for this reason, the guy who is going to take the drug, let's call him like drug addict. So this guy will get the price 10,000 minus the cost, which should be X. The other one is going to be naturally 0. Because this person, this person doesn't take the drug, and furthermore, he will not receive anything of the price. Then this one should be the other case when both ties, but no one takes drugs, right? So because of that, they will receive all the price without any harm, without any problem, right? And the other one should be exactly the same as this one, just like we change the payments, okay? So this case, the guy who takes drugs is going to be athlete 1, which is going to be this one instead of the other one that will receive 0, okay? Then, for what X is taking the drug, the Nash equilibrium, we can make here a little bit mathematically, but I prefer to make this one more intuitive, okay? Okay, so this one should be, again, the box we have here. Automatically, you understand that in order to make taking the drug the Nash equilibrium, so it means this square, we need to make two things. First, that this guy, athlete 2, prefers 5,000 minus X higher than 0, right? And we want to make, or we have to make the second situation where athlete 1, where athlete 2 takes drugs, athlete 1 will prefer drugs instead of not drugs. So it means 5,000 minus X higher than 0, exactly the same situation of the other one. So then for this case, this should be higher than 0. Definitely x should be lower than 5,000. Just if x is equal to 4,999, this should be 1, and 1 should be higher than 0, 1 should be higher than 0, and the Nash equilibrium should be drugs and drugs. So let's make an example of, for example, x 6,000. If you have x 6,000, then automatically you realize here that, for example, this guy, athlete 2, has that situation. When athlete 1, with this one, athlete 1, when athlete 2 chooses no drugs, should be better for athlete 1 at that time, should be better, definitely. This one, okay, let's analyze. Sorry, I made like kind of mistake. So here is the athlete 2, so then athlete 1 is going to take no drugs. So what should be better, 5,000 or 4,000? Should be better, naturally, 5,000. Then this one, what do you prefer, minus 1,000 or 0? Should be definitely better, 0. So then you will have now a dominant strategy, no drugs, and the other one exactly the same. When this one, athlete 2, chooses no drugs, should be better for A1, 4,000 or 5,000? 5,000. And then for the other one, should be better 0 or minus 1,000? Should be better 0. So then, this case, they prefer no drugs. So for this reason, x cannot be higher than 5,000, should be actually strictly lower than 5,000. This should be the solution. Okay, then does making the drug safer, that is lowering x, make the athletes better or worse off? Explain. This is really interesting because I realized two situations. First, we have this one. So then they will be better off. Why? Because when this is lower than 5,000, so when this is closer to 0, right, your payment, okay, your payment should be definitely closer to the situation of cooperative, right? Because, for example, if x is really low, just 1, you will receive 4,999. Compared with the 5,000, obviously it's better this situation, but it's pretty close. So this is the first situation. But I analyzed that if x is higher enough, as we saw in the previous exercise, for example, for x higher than 5,000, then you will prefer no drugs. So that's my point. So first, you have one situation, definitely they will be better off. That's right. But if x is higher than 5,000, athletes will reach the maximum benefits, that should be 5,000. So it depends how you can explain your answer, because absolutely when the x is higher, when the x is lower, at that time you will receive a better payment for drugs, right? But if x is like high enough, it means higher than 5,000, automatically this should be not more a Nash equilibrium. So then should be better no drugs. So for this situation, both should be for me like kind of the answer. Then the last one, Little Kona is a small coffee company that is considering entering a market dominated by Big Brew. Each company's profit depends on whether Little Kona enters and whether Big Brew sets a high price or a low price. So here we have the situation as usual of the other one. That case is kind of different because we received already the outputs and it's not like a lump sum zero game. What does it mean? A lump sum zero game, it means that the payment from one in the opposite situation is exactly the same. They are kind of compensated. So it means that, for example, you have high price or high price and enter, and you have both the same, then should be like kind of lump sum zero, and low price when you have the opposite. So for example, low price and enter. This is exactly the same here, just change the values of the players. So this is a lamb 0 game, what we are used to see. This is different because we have here a 3-2, 0-7, 1-1, and 2-0. So this is an lamb sum 0 game, right? So then we have here Big Brew. They have two strategies: high price or low price. And here Little Kona, they have a different strategy because this is small and it's planning to enter or don't enter. This is like the two decision. If Big Brew establishes a high price, the other one an enter, so Kona will make 2 million and the other one 3 million. Should be exactly the same, the output of payments of the other one. So for example, if it's low price and don't enter, Big Brew will get 2, this one should get 0. Okay, so then the first question says, does either player in this game have a dominant strategy? Let's start with Big Brew. So then, if Little Kona enters, so we are here, so what should be better for Big Brew? High price or low price? It means 3 or 1. Should be better 3. So they should be better high price. Then, if Little Kona don't enter, so here what should be better? High price or low price? 7 or 2? Definitely should be better 7. So then should be high price. When regardless the other's movement, you exactly choose exactly the same, it means because you have that as a dominant strategy. So this should be dominant strategy, the high price for Big Brew. Then analyze Little Kona. So Little Kona, when Big Brew establishes a high price, what should be better? Kona enter or don't enter? Should be better 2 million or 0? Should be better enter, right? Then when the other one chooses low price, what should be better? 1 or 0? Should be better enter. I'm sorry here, let me see. Here, yes, sorry, it will not enter because it losses, right? So they should be better make 0 instead of losses, right? So then you have one enter and the other one not enter. So because you didn't have the same strategy regardless of the other movement, you will say that you didn't have a dominant strategy. So at that time we can say that definitely at that time let me see here. At that time, they don't have like, so the answer should be Big Brew, high price, and the other one, no dominant strategy. Okay? Then the other question, the B. Does your answer to part A helps you figure out what the other player should do? What is the Nash equilibrium? Is there only one? That's true, because we already have that any, regardless the movement of Little Kona, Big Brew will choose every time high price. The other one, Little Kona, no dominant strategy, because one he will move, or it will move enter, and the other one don't enter. So then let's start here. So then first here, if this one move high price, what should be better, 2 or 0? 2, right? Then what should be better, 3 or 1? Should be better 3 when the other one enter. Then here, what should be better, losses of 1 or 0? Should be better 0. And this one should be better what? High price or low price when the other one move not enter? Should be better 7. So here, this is obviously, this can help us to identify the Nash equilibrium. So then Brew makes 3 and the other one should be make 2. Then Big Brew threatens Little Kona by saying, if you enter, we're going to set you a low price. So you had better stay out. Do you think Little Kona should believe the threat? Why or why not? Obviously, at that time, no. Why? Because Big Brew would rather choose a high price. Because if they chooses low price, they will have 1 million, okay, of profits instead of 3 million. So they will prefer absolutely that I enter into the market, or Little Kona enter into the market. So definitely this is not a threat that you can't believe. Okay, then if the two firms could collude and agree on how to split the total profit, what outcome should they pick? Okay, this one, if they can collude, they can say, okay, we are going to select, so Big Brew and Little Kona, they will select high price, and then it should be better here, definitely this one we should be don't enter. So then this should be the collude. Why? Because they will split the total profits. Here the total profit is 5, but here the total profit is 7, here is 2, and here is 0. So this is the better situation when they can collude. So then the first should be like Big Brew will get 7 and the other one 0. But because both split the profit, both will get 3.5 and 3.5, we should be definitely better than this situation. Okay, so I guess that was all for this video. I hope that I wasn't like really like kind of confuse you kind of bit, because sometimes I guess that it's not like really straightforward. That's all. That's my opinion. If you have like better solution, other things that maybe I didn't see throughout this video, I really appreciate. Okay, thank you so much for watching that video, and see you the next time. Okay, bye bye.